30 pieces of content in 24 hours is the goal for today.
Social media has allowed us to get to impact millions of people's lives from the comfort of our own home. And when I realized that my mission in life was to help other people improve their lives, I was excited about my mission, but I also didn't know how in the world to go about doing this. And because I, over the last 5 years of becoming a full-time content creator, have found some simple, practical ways to go about doing this, in today's video, I want to share them with you as we go about attempting to create 30 pieces of content in 24 hours.
That's a lot. But it's not impossible. And here's how we're going to do this.
First stage, preparation. This is everything if we actually want to be able to do this.
This phase includes easy ways to not just come up with ideas, but create content that actually hooks people in and makes them want to continue to watch, as well as preparing everything for when it's time to actually shoot the content.
If we show up prepared, the actual filming of the content is going to be like that easy, which the actual filming of the content is phase number 2. And well, then all that's left after that is putting together the content we've created into impactful, entertaining, and incredible pieces of art. And my whole purpose with this video is to share my process so that hopefully some of the things that I'm sharing in this video has helped you make that process a little bit easier or fun or exciting. And I'm also going to show you a few little AI tools that could make this whole process of content creation go faster and possibly change up how you normally have been doing this content creator thing. So let's do it.
Good morning. I don't know if you can tell from my hair. I had good sleep. We had a busy day ahead of us, so we're up early. And yes, I went to bed at 8, so I did get some sleep. It's like 7 hours. It's gonna be a good day.
Before we get into the more practical steps in order for us to come up with content creation ideas, I do want to share that my best ideas typically come when I give myself space and time to allow my mind to wander during hikes, my morning routine, and driving. I believe creativity is a skill and it's something that can be learned, and I believe that the more we practice, the better we get at it over time.
The first thing that I'm gonna do is literally brainstorm on what are the content pieces that I want to create today. First, I'm gonna come up with a list of what type of content I want to shoot today. Firstly, I want to film short form content, aka Reels, TikToks, and Shorts. I want to create this YouTube video, and I want to record a podcast, and with that, a short. I'm gonna go through my notes app, because often when I get an idea, I'll write it down in my notes app just because they come at random times, right? Like while I'm driving or walking or working out of the gym, like these random ideas will come to me. I'll also search for inspiration.
For short form content, I find the easiest way to get inspired is to scroll through your feed and search for videos that you feel drawn to. Now, this could be trends that you can recreate in your own way.
And what I'll do is when I see a TikTok or a short that is fun, but it has nothing to do with self-development or fitness, I will recreate the theme of the short in my version.
It could be saving songs, where you literally just insert one simple video, film the trend that goes with the trending audio, or maybe a mix of different clips put together and add 5 tips that have been really useful for you in your life. It could be getting the inspiration to make your favorite recipe video with the snack that you've been eating every single day for the last 6 months. Or maybe share how you make yourself get into a cold plunge even when your body is screaming at you to stop. Save whatever post you feel drawn to and write down your version of that idea. Because if you're anything like me, if you don't write it down, you're going to forget about it.
What makes a good video? I think you have some sort of value to share with your followers, with the world. You combine that with a trend, that's a really good video. But if you on top of that add a strong hook, something that really draws the viewer in.
Something that catches the viewer's attention and makes them want to watch the rest. Like in this video, people want to know how far the girl can take this core challenge and if, in fact, any of the guys can beat her. And here's another example of a hook where I tried to get the attention of the viewer right away in the hopes that they would stick around so that they could get the value that I was going to offer to them in the rest of the video. 4.4 pounds is how much weight I lost after just 4 days of trying the bikini fitness competitor diet and training.
This morning, I was down 4 pounds from when I started. That kind of freaks me out.
That makes for a great video. It's obviously just my personal opinion. And I still got a lot to learn. If you haven't read the book Steal Like an Artist, that's kind of what he talks about there. It's like everything has been invented, right? But it's about putting your own sprinkle on it. Let it begin.
I don't personally use AI because my issue is typically that I have too many ideas, but I thought I would share it in here.
If you're lacking inspiration for 30 videos or 10 videos, you can use AI to help you get inspired as to what content you can come up with. There's obviously ChatGPT. There's so many different platforms that you can use. I'm just using Notion. And then if we were to make a new page, I just write with AI, brainstorm ideas on 10 cool fitness tips to get in shape. And then it's just gonna come up with 10 different ideas. Out of these 10, for me, probably only maybe 2 resonate because, you know, we all have our own personal experiences. So I think it's very important that we don't just use AI, copy paste, because that's very robotic, obviously. We can use it to get inspired to then use our own knowledge, our own experience to actually share valuable content. Now I'm gonna write my list of 30 ideas and we're gonna go.
Moving us to the second step of the preparation phase.
We have got 3 stops.
Preparing the essentials.
And the first stop is getting my good lens, which I literally have been making all my content, growing all my channels on my phone. And this year is the first year that I started using my camera. And there was this incredible lens that is crazy expensive. So Alex and I split it and he has it right now. I'm gonna go get it. But like I said, I've grown all my channels using my iPhone. So you do not need to go out and buy a really crazy expensive lens before you get started. The reason why most of us don't ever get started or procrastinate is because we think that we need to have perfect circumstances, or I can only get started once I've taken this course, or, you know, all these different things that just really make us procrastinate. But the best thing that I've done in my life is literally just get started with wherever I'm at, with whatever I got. Also, iPhones these days, their cameras, perfect, especially with good lighting. Got the lens. Next up, we gotta do something about these hands. From this to this. Not bad, no? This is the lens that I shoot only my reels with because it gives very much like a pro aesthetic look. And if you want to take a look at the camera I use, the microphones, lenses, anything, I've linked it in my Amazon store so you can check it out. A big part of this batch content creation is clothes, outfits. Unless it's like your thing to be wearing the same outfit in every video, maybe you'll want to change it up to at least like 5 different outfits so that it looks like it was shot on different days. I'm kind of like go with the flow kind of girl, so I'll like have a ton of outfits just like thrown in my bag or on the floor, and before shooting in each video, I'll just like pick an outfit and go for it. Now that we got our groceries, the first 3 videos that I'm going to be shooting today are quick, easy protein recipes that I've made before. So it's just about recording me making the recipes. So I'm going to jump into my first outfit and let's do this. Now, if you want to actually see these recipe videos, I recommend subscribing because I post a ton of them on my channel. 3 recipes done, 3 dances in the living room done. Now I'm packing up my clothes, go to the gym, and shoot with 2 of my girlfriends as well as some other fun stuff. Gotta remember my nails in case they fall off. LA is cloudy today. What? That's the first time I feel like in 2023.
I first met up with Christina, aka Mama Swole, to film a couple of videos.
Oh, wait.
And then my girl Chase came, who you may remember from this video.
I have a twin! How many videos have we done so far? Like short ones, like 4?
Yeah, probably.
And we're probably gonna end up having like maybe 8 in total.
Yeah.
So what we do is like we'll send different ideas that we want to shoot, and then when we get together, we're like, let's shoot this now, let's shoot this now.
I have like a folder that is just for me and Pernilla.
And then we just have so much fun shooting it. It's so fun. We finished up in the rain, so my hair's a little wet now. We ended up shooting 9 videos together. Crazy. And I shot 2 with Christina. I'm now gonna shoot 5 by myself, and then I'm gonna go home, do my final long form content, and I'll show you how you can, from 1 long clip, using AI, turn that into like 8 clips in total, or more if you want. Let's do it.
I love that it's raining.
And also carrots, but them carrots, they tend to be eaten in 0.2 seconds.
Okay, the next thing I'm gonna be doing is record a podcast, and I'm gonna be able to turn this into 6 minimum pieces of content using this AI tool. I'm gonna be talking about getting into a flow state today and how I personally do it in my life.
And whenever I create a podcast or maybe even a YouTube video, what I do is I write down a list of some key points that I want to make sure that I touch upon. Maybe it's like 10 tips on how to get into a flow state, 10 tips to get abs. And then I kind of just speak from my heart and from my personal experience in order for it to hopefully be valuable to someone out there listening and watching.
To edit my podcast, I use 2 different AI tools to make it a lot less time consuming. For the actual edit of the podcast, I use Gling, and it just cuts all the pauses. If I repeat myself, then I'll cut out the worst time that I say the same thing. And then I can export it into Final Cut Pro, which is where I do all my editing, both for my Reels, Shorts, TikToks, podcasts, YouTube videos, and it'll just export it so I can do final editing there, like putting in the intro and adding the music that I add to my podcast. But then then the coolest thing that you can do using AI is that there are different websites that help you find the best little moments from your full, let's say 1 hour podcast episode, and it turns it into these like short little clips that are valuable, has a strong hook, and then it adds captions automatically. Now again, many different platforms do this, but I use Opus clips. And so for instance, from the podcast episode that I made on Who Does She Think She Is, it's created all these different little clips. However, I edit it inside of the app because I feel like certain things don't really make sense or could be better. So it's just a cool way to make the process easier. Instead of having to find it yourself, it helps you with that. And then from there, you can kind of go in and make those little changes that you want.
Yesterday was a crazy day. 30 pieces of content is nuts. It's 6 a.m. in the morning the next day in the 24-hour zone. Finishing up editing it, and then what you can do is schedule posts. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna post it at times that I feel is good. But if you want to save time, there's different platforms that can allow you to do that.
For years, I've been posting reels and shorts and TikToks every single day, but because we're currently in the middle of a 30-day YouTube video series, uploading a daily YouTube video has been my main focus for this last month. And I'm giving away one of my programs every single day for free during this challenge. And all you have to do to win is like, comment, and subscribe, and I may just send it to you tomorrow.
I know a lot of people edit on their phone, but if you do it on the computer, I find it so much more productive, both because it's so much quicker finding like the exact moments you want to cut, music, and also if you're editing on your phone and you keep getting these notifications, it's very easy to just like jump on Instagram or TikTok. But if you're editing on your computer, you have your notifications silent, then the flow is going to be so much faster. 30 pieces of content is absolutely nuts, but I hope that you seeing the structure and the way that I made it possible, that maybe you can decide, okay, today I'm going to do 5 pieces of content, and that's something I shared in this video was useful. I do not normally do 30 pieces of content, but I kind of wanted to see if it was possible, and it was. It was crazy wild, but now at least I have so much footage that I can, you know, play around with and put together into small little shorts and reels and TikTok and spread my messages just like I hope you're gonna do, because we all have a very special gift, and if we're willing to put ourselves out there and share lessons that we're learning on the journey, then we can all learn from each other, and that's pretty damn beautiful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.